Hey everyone, here we are at the end of another year. It's been a long, weird one, but that makes me all the more anxious to set up my bullet journal for next year. In preparing for 2021, I used Brittany Wang's goal-setting workbook to help me plan for next year. I found 4 areas that I wanted to focus on. Author, which involves anything to do with my writing journey. Platform, which includes my social media, my AuthorTube channel. Income, which includes Patreon, direct sales, and some digital planners that I'm designing. And of course, a category for personal stuff. I'll leave a link to Brittany's video about her workbook in the description below. These next 2 pages were inspired by Amanda Rach Lee's 2021 setup, and I'll link to her video below. But I'll get to them in a minute, because while working on this page, I realized that I hadn't finished designing the cover page for 2021. I found several designs I liked when browsing Pinterest and finally settled on these strands of lights. I'm not entirely sure why. Maybe something like lighting a better way ahead, or looking for the light in the craziness of today's world. And I don't do it here while I'm filming, but I came back later and colored all the lights yellow. Coming back to these 2 spreads of looking back on 2020 and looking forward to 2021. As I said, they were inspired by Amanda Rach Lee's 2021 setup video. I thought these spreads were a great idea to have a chance to think back on this year and see what I could fill in on these different categories, like things I learned, mistakes I made, career accomplishments, personal accomplishments, and others. And then looking ahead to the new year, to things I might want to let go of, things I want to learn, things I want to try, my career goals, and more. And these pages, they give me a couple of pages of journaling that I don't normally have in this planner. And I actually want to have more journaling in my bullet journal. So I'm going to come back and fill these pages in later, since some of it might be a little too personal to share on camera. These next few pages were inspired by Brittany Wang's 2021 setup. I've never been one to track my social media growth, but I realized that it would be a good idea, especially so I can see what viewers like and what they don't like, and also where the most views are found. In this top chart, I'm tracking my YouTube and Instagram followers, my newsletter subscribers, and my patrons on Patreon. I'll record the numbers at the end of every month and watch how they change throughout the year. This bottom tracker is a sort of milestone tracker in those same categories. I'm using a Polaroid stencil from Oops-A-Daisy UK. Each Polaroid represents a certain milestone, and when I reach that number, I'll color in the Polaroid. And if I happen to fill up those milestones, then it's time to create a new page. I hadn't realized the page was off camera for most of this, but this next spread is an income and expense tracker for my YouTube channel, Patreon, my digital planners, and other income. The bottom box is for tracking my expenses in 2021. I needed a place to jot down YouTube video ideas so I wouldn't be left not knowing what to film for you guys. These next two spreads are also from Brittany Wang. This first page gives plenty of space to just jot down ideas in no particular order. And then when I've made those videos, I'll jot them down in the appropriate quarter of the year in my video log on the next page. I haven't even filled it in yet, and I can already see how it's going to help me stay organized next year. Now on to my reading log. It's just a simple setup, some washi tape, the title, and a numbered list. I debated on a bookshelf drawing or printable for this list, but I decided that I just wanted something simple. I read 42 books in 2020 and originally wanted to try for the same goal next year. But then I discovered the 52 Book Club, where the goal is to try to read 52 books in 52 weeks, or at least as many as you can that fit into the categories they give you. I'll go into more detail in my next video, but it sounded like a great challenge. I have to go back and add another page or two so that I can fill in all 52 books, since I only have 36 spots on this spread. And now we are finally on to January. I wanted to try a smaller calendar this time than I normally use, so that I could really focus this spread on my goals for the month. I chose a word of the year for 2021, hoping that it might help me focus the different areas of my life, unlike years past. The word I picked this year is patience, especially because it can encompass so many things. Patience with myself when I'm not where I want to be, or I get anxious about something out of my control. Patience with the writing process. It's not the same for every writer, especially the timeline from first draft to publication. And I shouldn't get discouraged when I see other writers churning out book after book. In fact, I should congratulate them. Anyway, I wanted to include a quote about patience each month to remind me of that goal. I messed up drawing the quote box I wanted, so I'm going to come back later and glue in the quote I chose. The key to everything is patience. You get the chicken by hatching the egg, not by smashing it. I messed up again titling one of those goal boxes, so I came back later and covered them all up with blue cardstock and wrote the titles in each box. Now on to the weeklies. I only made one weekly spread for this video because I wanted to see how this first spread turned out. I've done a couple different Dutch door layouts before in my last bullet journal, and I thought it was time to try again. I wanted a smoother cut than I knew I would get if I used scissors, so I tried using my paper cutter just to see how it turned out. Luckily, it all fit perfectly, and I didn't have to use scissors at all. With this vertical layout, I'm giving myself enough space each day for my daily tasks, as well as a space for journaling below. And I can already see that I'm going to fill this journal up a lot faster than my last one. And here is the final flip through of the beginning of 2021. I had a lot of fun setting this up. I hope you guys enjoyed watching it. Comment below if you'd like to see more videos like this in the future. And if you do, what layouts or themes or colors should I try for February? I'll leave links for all the videos and tools I used in this video and down in the description below. Hit that thumbs up button if you liked it, and click subscribe if you'd like to be notified the next time I upload a video. See you next year!